showtime!
It's hard to find a boxer who inspired more horror on his rivals than the iconic heavyweight Iron Mike Tyson. In addition to phenomenal speed and frightening striking power, the legendary champion had an excellent ability to psychologically influence opponents. And many of his opponents entered the ring with him as if on the scaffold. There were also those who tried to play psychological games with him, trying to bring the formidable heavyweight out of his mental balance. However, such attempts usually ended very badly for daring rivals, and it is about such cases that we will discuss below. Marvis Frazier was, without a doubt, a gifted boxer. In amateur boxing, the guy became the champion of the USA and also won the Golden Gloves tournament, which was popular in the States. During his performance in the amateurs, Marvis defeated guys like Tony Tubbs, Tim Witherspoon, James Smith, and Mitch Green. In 1980, the legend's son turned professional. The initial stage in the pros was the best possible. Frazier defeated the promising James Broad, taking revenge for the defeat in the amateurs, as well as a strong former contender for the title, Joe Bagner, who at one time lost to the legendary father of Marvis, Smokin' Joe Frazier. But the boxer's entourage was too rapidly engaged in raising the opponent for a talented but still raw prospect. Already in his 11th fight, this guy was brought to the legendary Larry Holmes. As a result, defeat by knockout, and even in the first round.
Really putting young Frazier in trouble there. Will he get over this first round? The gum shield comes flying out. Bill Zane, the referee, hopefully giving him every chance, but it's all one way now, and he stopped it in the opening round.
Failure did not break this fighter. He had a winless streak of 6 fights. The success with ex-challenger James Tillis, strong Jose Ribalta, and future world champion James Smith stands apart. The team of Marvis, especially his legendary fighter, believed that he was already ready for bigger achievements. Before the meeting with Tyson, Joe praised his son in every possible way, convincing the public of an imminent sensation.
With wins, as we saw earlier, over the likes of Quick Tillis and Bone Crusher Smith, he can fight.
No miracle happened. Mike's victory over Marvis Frazier was the fastest in the professional career of the future legend of world boxing. Tyson simply destroyed his opponent, sending him into a heavy knockout with a series of terrible uppercuts. The boxer spent only 30 seconds on all this.
Very quickly. Uppercut, and Marvis is hurt.
Frazier is down. Joe Cortez moves in to have a look, and he's going to stop the fight. It did not last 20 seconds. Tyson goes over to take a look at Marvis Frazier, obviously quite concerned. A terrific uppercut. The same punch with which Tyson knocked out Jesse Ferguson the first time you saw him here on ABC Sports.
I studied my opponent well, and I knew it would be an easy fight. I knew I would stop him in the first round, Mike said in an interview. After the fight with Mike, Frazier had 3 more victorious fights, ending his career in 1988 after defeating strong journeyman Philip Brown. He would have had a good chance of becoming more successful, especially in the cruiserweight category, if his great father had not been driven by his pride. The apple fell far from the apple tree, and the history of boxing has not seen the second Joe Frazier anymore. Larry Holmes solidified his position in the elite of professional boxing when he was 28 years old. He defeated the great Ken Norton in June of 1978 and took away his WBC title. Holmes' fight with Norton was an exciting battle between 2 ring gladiators where the initiative shifted from one to another. In the end, Holmes won by a split decision of the judges. The fight with Norton was so challenging that after it, defending the title seemed like child's play. After facing Alfredo Evangelista, Ozzy Ocasio, and Mike Weaver, Holmes faced Ernie Shavers. In the 7th round, Ernie was on the verge of victory, almost knocking Holmes out. However, Larry gathered his strength, stood his ground, and ultimately won in the 11th round. In October of 1980, Holmes faced the legendary Muhammad Ali, who was no longer as strong and fast. The fight ended in the 10th round. The Easton Assassin continued to defend his title for another 5 years, winning victories over opponents like Jerry Cooney, Leon Spinks, James Smith, Trevor Berbick, Tim Witherspoon, and Carl Williams. Holmes set an impressive record of 48-0 and was close to the record of the great Rocky Marciano. But at the age of 36, Holmes suffered an unexpected defeat. Michael Spinks, a former undisputed light heavyweight champion, sensationally defeated Holmes in September of 1985, taking the title and shattering the dreams of surpassing Marciano's record. After a disputed fight, a rematch was scheduled for April of 1986, which also ended in Spinks' victory. This decision marked the end of Larry Holmes' career. Holmes enjoyed his retirement for 2 years, but it was interrupted by Don King, who wanted to bring him back into the ring against Mike Tyson. Holmes, known for his sharp statements, insulted Tyson before the fight, calling him a young, overrated champion without special talent. In turn, Mike promised to shut Holmes up and avenge his idol Muhammad Ali. Accepting the challenge of a dangerous opponent like Tyson after a long hiatus was risky, and experienced Holmes knew he was not in his best form. However, an attractive fee and proud self-esteem made the veteran believe that he had enough experience and skills to defeat the young lion.
And the tail of the tape, we told you about the 17-year age difference.
Former heavyweight champion of the world, Larry Holmes! Great champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson!
I commands at all times. Any questions? All right, shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
All right. Larry Holmes, as you know, lost that 15 rounds.
The fight took place on January 22, 1988. At 38, Holmes no longer resembled his younger self. His famous jab was less sharp, and his footwork left much to be desired. The 21-year-old Tyson surpassed his opponent, especially in speed, both in attack and defense. Mike easily evaded most of Larry's jabs, getting to a comfortable distance where he could demolish his opponent with his devastating punches.
The Easton Assassin. I'm Bob Sheridan, and this is the heavyweight championship of the world. Straight right, trying to pick up the pace. Caught Larry with a pretty... That's what the fight would have been about. And the not there, the foot speed or the hand speed. Another crushing crowd against the present great. Again, I'm Bob Sheridan, and again, I hope you're enjoying it. I'm a huge fan of Holmes. He's an easy target for Mike to hit. Pounding left jab, and it's not there. Larry comes, that could be disastrous before it's over. In the old days, Larry would have 34 knockouts in his career, but most of them were kind of like Ali's. Larry got a sneaky right hand through. Mike get. Notice he just holds the left hand out now. Never been hurt. And I hope he doesn't get hurt tonight. See here. Digs to the body, now the left hook. That flat-footed he is, and you remember when he used to fight up on his... Mike comes right through. That's one of the best combinations. And when Mike gets up at his toes and moves side to side, he's at his best. But right now, back on his heels. Mike moves the body, moves the head side. And that's Larry's best hand. Look at this. He comes right through twice already. What a tremendous fan I am. I love Larry. And why, though? This is a business. Half up of his feet. Mike up on his head like that in his prime. He used to drive off the back foot to work the uppercut inside. Nice defense inside by Larry. He's got those aged heavyweight. Looking for another payday. Looping former ability of Larry, but he has to do what he has to do. He's a bit of a stiff jab that time, but not punishing. Larry tentative. And there's the bell ending the round.
Holmes, always known for his strong chin, endured all of Tyson's blows stoically. But Tyson's punches were extremely powerful. The veteran managed to last 3 rounds, but the predictable outcome came in the 4th. 3 knockdowns, and the end of the fight.
Shades of Holmes of old. Center. You're watching Larry Holmes. Oh, look at this. Larry up at it, and he stole rounds, but doing it at the start of a round is something different. And now here he is back to the... Oh, left hook got Larry. Great fights of all heavyweight history. 4th round is the biggest problem. Oh, right hand, down goes. But right now, Mike Tyson is in charge. He's the boss, and Larry's down for the... There's lightning in the fist. Big right hand, followed up. The end of a great career is imminent. For the big shot. Right hand hurt Larry again. He's back to the body. Goes to throw a right hand. Gets clipped with a big right hand. He won't get up from this one. It's all over. Joe Cortez has seen enough, and Larry Holmes is knocked out. He doesn't count him out, but he's out. It looked a bit like Larry was in the process of throwing a right hand that get caught up in the ropes, and so he's totally exposed, and Mike throws one more right hand, and that's all the inside of Larry's skull could take.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the official time. The end comes at 2 minutes, 55 seconds of the 4th round. The winner, and still the undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
After the fight, there was no animosity left between the boxers. The 38-year-old veteran praised his opponent, acknowledging him as a true champion, and noted that Tyson was much better than he expected. It was pleasant for Mike to hear such words from the legendary opponent, and he reciprocated, naming Larry the best of his adversaries. Interestingly, after the fight with Mike, Holmes continued to box for another 14 years, battling with masters like Evander Holyfield, Ray Mercer, and Oliver McCall. Neither before nor after the fight with Tyson did anyone manage to knock Holmes out. This speaks volumes about Holmes himself and Mike, making Tyson's victory even more significant.